Excuse my slight slurring. I've just got home. I've been out and I've swallowed half a bottle of whiskey, Jameson, not proper 12 because I drink decent whiskey. To be fair, I've never tried proper 12. I don't even know if it's available in the UK, but Jameson's my whiskey of choice. Anyway, I've just seen Brett Okamoto and Ariel Helwani have both reported UFC 238 on June 8th or 6th or something like that. Tony Ferguson vs Donna Cerrone, and I'm just reacting to the news that Donna Cerrone is going to step into the octagon. Excuse me, that was kind of a burp stroke puke. Um, Donna Cerrone is going to step into the octagon literally a month after a 5 round fucking war with Iaquinta. And when I say war, that's kind of maybe a bit wrong because um, Donald Cerrone was never in a difficult position during that fight. He he schooled Iaquinta, and I was surprised by that because I thought Iaquinta would win that fight. I thought Iaquinta would walk him down and overwhelm Donald Cerrone. And Donald Cerrone is showing different strings to his bow, strings that we hadn't seen, and he's been around for so long. And I love it. I love it when MMA fighters, or just fighters in general, do that. Like they're able to like improve so much over the years and show different sides to their ability um, as their career progresses. And like I'm just happy that Donald Cerrone is doing what he's doing at the moment. And I thought that he would just. I thought that fight against Conor McGregor was a done deal. And I'm a little bit shocked and surprised because actually today I was just literally today, earlier on today, I was listening to MMA Reporters, which is the Ariel Helwani podcast, and he was talking to Brett Okamoto, and they were literally talking about the fact that Donald Cerrone just has always just taken fights as and when offered to him, and he could have potentially like waited out every now and again and navigated his career a little bit more to get a title shot sooner rather than later, and like get bigger fights um, rather than just taking fights against nobodies and shit like that. Basically, it's a good podcast. Like listen to it, and yeah, they were talking about that, and they actually said during that podcast, oh, we now feel that he's like, he wants to win the belt, and he's going to be more calculated in his career. And I thought that was true before I heard that podcast. And when I heard them talking about it, I thought, all right, well, he's going to wait for the Conor fight. He'll wait for the McGregor fight because they've been talking about it for fucking months on end now, and he hasn't. And so much respect needs to go to Donald Cerrone, man. Literally so much respect because he's fighting what a lot of people in the MMA industry. And when I say industry, I mean fans and media and analysts and fighters and Joe Rogan and whoever else. We believe Tony Ferguson's the guy that he should be fighting Khabib, right? At the same time, like we know Khabib's fighting Dustin Poirier, so like um what's his name? Fuck, why am I so drunk? Um so we know Cerrone could have waited. He could have waited his chance. He could have fought someone in the top 10 and potentially like had an easier fight, and that would have been his route for the winner for Cerrone and Khabib. But he's not doing that. He's fighting fucking Tony Ferguson, man. And Tony Ferguson is a fucking animal. And he's taking that fight. And so all this talk about him being more calculated and stuff like that. Maybe this is him being calculated. Maybe this is him saying, right, this is my final eliminator. I'm gonna beat this guy, and then there's no question whether I should fight for the title or not. I'm gonna beat Tony Ferguson, and then that's it. And then on the other side, you got Tony Ferguson, who's gone through his personal, emotional stuff that he's been going through. I'm not gonna talk about it because it's not my place. I don't know what's gone on. I just hope he's gotten over all of that stuff that that's happened to him, because he's literally one of my. He's a weird motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. He's quirky as fuck. But when he gets into that cage, you know you're in for a good fight. You know you're in for a good fight. And like, I'm not surprised that he's willing to fight Donald Cerrone. I think he will fight any motherfucker. He will fight anyone. And him himself, he's a motherfucker in that division. Like, he's so good. So good. But where's his head at? I don't know. I don't know. I wish, touchwood, that's me knocking on wood. I hope he's good, man. I hope he's in the right place that he needs to be, because from the stuff that I've read about what's happened with him and stuff, and you can't believe everything that you read, but like, you need to be switched on, like, in my opinion. And I've never had a fight in my life, but in my opinion, like, when you're fighting at the elite level, you need to be 100% mind, body, and soul in your training cap, in your preparation for a fight of this level and this magnitude. Like, he's fought so hard. What is he, 13 fight win streak, something like that? I don't know. I haven't got his Wikipedia page in front of me, but I know he's got multiple wins on the trot, and he could so easily just sit out, just not do nothing, and then wait for the Donald Cerrone, sorry, no, the Dustin Poirier and Khabib fight to happen, and then just come back, have his meeting with Dana White, and say, I'm ready. And if they give him that title shot, then no one can, literally no one can argue. No one can say that you don't deserve it. But here he is, fighting again, and just looking at their styles, like, they both have a wrestling base, but they both prefer to strike. Like, it's just fireworks. That fight is just fireworks. I'm so glad if it happens, touch wood, it happens. Hopefully there's no injuries and all that bollocks, but I'm so glad I'm going to be able to see it. I just hope it's the best version of both of them for both of their sakes. Does that make sense? Cerrone coming off his fight from Iaquinta, a 5-round fight just a month ago, and Tony coming off his, stuff that's happened to him personally. Like, to me, it just feels too soon for both of them. But they both seem up for it. So who am I to argue against it? I want to see it, but like, I don't know, man. I suppose I don't want either of them to lose. That's my thing. I don't want either of them to lose. But there will be a winner, there will be a loser, and it will be fireworks. But I don't know. This is why I feel a little bit conflicted about the fight, man. Like, if this happened at the end of, like, like in September or October or something like that, I don't know. Like, maybe there'd be, more time to build up to the fight, more time to, like, okay, well, Tony seems alright. He seems his normal quirky self, but not like too quirky. And Donald Cerrone's like got over any potential injuries from the Alquinta fight or whatever. It just seems too soon for me. But I'm not arguing against the UFC. I'm not saying, oh, that they're fuckers for booking it so soon, because they can't book a fight that fighters don't agree to take part in, and they both agreed to it. So maybe I'm just being too much of a bitch about it. Maybe they're both ready for the fight and they both want the fight, and I should just be happy that it's happening. I am happy it's happening. I just feel like I don't know. It just feels too soon. It feels too soon because of the reasons I've just stated. I'm not going to say it again, but it just feels too soon. But anyway, like, when it does happen, I'm gonna be awake. I'm not gonna go to sleep. Like, that's the kind of fight. Like, for me as a UFC fan living in the UK, like, there's certain fight cards, like tomorrow, Rose Namajunas v Andrade. Like, even though there's a decent undercard for that fight, I probably won't like stay awake for it. I'll just wake up at like 5 in the morning and then just watch the fight card. But like a fight like this, Tony Ferguson vs Donald Cerrone, I'll just stay awake. I won't even go to sleep. I'll just stay awake because I want to watch it live. Does that make sense? Like, this is a big fight, in my opinion, just because I've been watching MMA for so long. And just during that period, these guys have done so much in that period. So yeah, I'm going to stay awake. I'm going to watch that fight. I'm happy it's happening. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. But I've just got that little thing in the back of my head. Is it too soon for Donald Cerrone? Is it too soon for Tony Ferguson? For very different reasons. And that's it. That's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think, man. Put your comments below. Don't be scared to share this. Don't be scared to subscribe. Don't be scared to like. And next time I speak to you guys, hopefully I won't be this drunk.